You were never meant to swim in circles. Imagine being born inside of a bowl with clear walls, clean water, and in an environment that keeps you locked into a predictable routine. You swim left, you swim right, you eat and repeat. You don't question the bowl because everyone around you lives in one too. This is exactly what a fish inside of a fishbowl does. It's stuck in its daily habits and repetition becomes its reality. But what if I told you that many people live the exact same way? We call it normal. We call it life. But really, it's just a glass tank dressed up in tradition, fear, and quiet frustration. Repeating the same mistakes, entering the same limited beliefs, not because they have to, but because they don't even know any better. The invisible bowl. This is the fishbowl mindset. It's the belief that safety is better than freedom. Comfort is better than calling. Approval is more important than purpose. It's living on autopilot, swimming in circles and hoping one day things just might get better. That's not a plan. That's wishing on a star. And today we're gonna break that glass ceiling and shatter the bowl. A mind is like a parachute. It doesn't work if it's not open. Frank Zappa. The mental glass walls. Most of the limits you feel don't actually exist. They're built from thoughts you never challenge, rules you never question, concepts you never even gave a chance to. Let me give you a real example. The other day, I was talking to a female friend of mine, trying to explain to her what might be holding her back. And this is a situation that she had asked me to help her with. But guess what? She kept interrupting, shutting down all ideas and debating every single point. She wasn't listening. Instead, she was in defense mode, trying to defend every single option or solution that I was trying to present to her. But here's the truth. God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. Obviously, it's to listen more than we speak. When we speak, we only repeat things that we already know. But when we listen, the possibility of learning something new and something helpful goes up. We cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them. These are words from Albert Einstein. Here are some signs that you might be living with a fishbowl mindset. Number 1, you reject new information before even considering it. Number 2, you get defensive when someone challenges your beliefs. Number 3, you keep having the same problems over and over again. Number 4, you believe this is just how life is instead of asking, how can I make it better? But here's the good news. You can change that. Here are a few new choices for a new you. Challenge your own beliefs. Pause before reacting. Ask, what if this is true? Now that's a big one right there. To be able to humbly ask yourself, what if this is true? Seek new perspectives. And to do this, you should read more, listen more, and learn more. Travel and experience more. You don't know what's out there until you go out there. That alone will help open your mind to new possibilities and new ideas. Part 2. The water isn't fresh. The bowl is toxic. It's full of outdated beliefs, secondhand fears, and stale advice from people who never lived their dreams. You were told, chase money, not meaning. Be realistic and not remarkable. To blend in instead of being uniquely yourself. And you wonder why? Why you feel stuck? Because you wasn't made for captivity. You was made for the currents of thinking beyond the fishbowl. Thinking beyond the bowl. One day you'll feel it. That gentle tap on the glass, that pull towards something bigger, a new idea, a crazy dream, a shift in your awareness. That's the edge of your bow. And you realize that there's more. A whole ocean of possibilities. Most people don't listen with the intent to understand. They listen with the intent to reply. Stephen R. Covey. Don't be like most people. Exploring other possibilities. Let me tell you a personal truth. I used to live in the Dominican Republic for about 7 months, and it completely opened up my mind to new possibilities and new ways of thinking. I saw other ways to make money, live healthier, build relationships, connect to the culture, and to prioritize my joy. I got to see how others think, how they live, what they value, and I realized, I would have never known any of this if I hadn't stepped outside of the bowl. It wasn't just a move, it was a mindset shift. The same shift you get when you try something new and something unfamiliar. Mindset over maps. You don't necessarily have to leave the country to leave the bowl, but you do have to leave. Small thinking, fixed routines, and fear-based decisions. You were never meant to swim in circles. You were meant to flow with purpose, to create, to explore, and to live, to learn, and to love. The focused fishbowl and tunnel vision greatness. But let's be real, not all fishbowls are bad. Sometimes you need a focused fishbowl mindset to develop mastery. For example, Kobe Bryant, he lived a fishbowl of greatness, early training, no distractions, tunnel vision, which became the Mamba mentality. Elon Musk, he spent hundreds of hours each week solving impossible problems. Michael Phelps trained 6 hours a day, 365 days a year. Oprah, she locked in on self-growth until it unlocked her legacy. Their fishbowl wasn't limited, it was concentration. Use the focused fishbowl correctly. Pick a goal and lock in. Cut the noise. Train daily like your future depends on it, because in actuality, it does. Here's 3 tips for you. Are you distracted or locked in? Schedule at least 1 hour a day of deep focus. Study someone who already lives the dream that you're trying to accomplish. The balance. Escape the small and enter the strategic. Escape the bowl that limits you. Create the one that builds you. Your dreams are bigger than your habits, and your purpose is louder than your past. Be the shark and not the goldfish. Okay, now you have 2 choices. You can either stay in the fishbowl, play it safe, play it small, and stay stuck, or you can shatter the glass and expand your mind and swim in the ocean of opportunity. Remember this, a mind once stretched by a new idea can never return to its original shape. Oliver Wendell Holmes. Don't be a goldfish in a bowl. Be a shark in the ocean. This is the bridge where we don't just think outside the box, we shatter that bowl. So to keep that bowl shattering concept going, go ahead and watch this next video. It'll definitely help you to keep moving in a positive, productive direction. Enjoy life and live abundantly. This your boy Luap saying love, peace, and happiness.